In this video, I'm going to talk about the 4 main types of market segmentation and the benefits of incorporating them into your marketing strategy. I'm Stevie Langford from Hurree, the platform that makes targeting users easier through automated segmentation. Keep watching to find out more. First of all, what is market segmentation? Market segmentation is essentially the process of dividing and grouping your users based on commonalities and shared characteristics, such as interests, needs, wants, and motivations. The aim of market segmentation is to enable brands to better target their products, services, or content, making sure they reach the right users in the right place and at the right time. So what are the 4 main types of market segmentation? First up, we have demographic segmentation. This is arguably the most basic of the segmentation types. Demographic segmentation divides a group or population based on variables like age, gender, income, occupation, education level, marital status, religion, or nationality. And it's usually one of the first stops when brands begin to segment their users. Why? It's because demographic information is easy to collect, simple to measure and analyze, and it's cost effective. On the flip side, it has been criticised for being vague or based on assumptions and not taking into account the needs and wants of individual consumers. Next up, we have geographic segmentation. Geographic segmentation basically groups users based on their geographic details. Similar to demographics, geographic tends to be objective and it's essentially based on facts about the individual. The 5 key areas that marketers take into account when segmenting geographically are location. This could mean world regions, states, counties, cities, or neighbourhoods. Urbanicity, so whether the individual lives in an urban, suburban, exurban, or rural area. Climate, so do they live somewhere tropical, dry, mild, continental, or polar. Culture. Culture can be formed or influenced by things like religion, environment, and agreed social norms. So this is a really big one for brands to take into account because it focuses more on the person's values and beliefs rather than just where they are on the map. Lastly, we have language. If a brand is looking to expand into a global market, it's so important to consider linguistic differences. Brands and marketers need to ensure that the language in their promotion and communication is precise and error-free. No brand wants to experience any embarrassing translation blunders. Moving on to behavioural segmentation. Behavioural segmentation does what it says on the tin. It segments users based on their behaviour in a store, on a website, or in an app. Behavioural data tends to be gathered and analysed through tools like Google Analytics or by using particular algorithms. These tools and algorithms are able to track things like users' dwell time on a website's bounce rate, online or in-store actions, communications with a brand, and whether they are new or returning users. Big brands such as Spotify and Netflix are at the top of their game when it comes to behavioural segmentation, offering things like Spotify's recommended daily mix or Netflix's top picks for the user's name. Their streamlined focus on personalizing content and experiences has really paid off when you consider the impressive success of both brands. Their on-point segmentation efforts show their dedication to personalization and optimized user experiences. Lastly, we have psychographic segmentation, arguably one of the most subjective and difficult to quantify, but also the most valuable. Psychographic segmentation focuses on the user's psychological attributes such as personality, values, attitudes, opinions, interests, and lifestyles. Psychographic data can be collected through surveys, interviews, or most commonly, using analytics data gathered from Google or social media, where users often freely reveal personal information like their favourite TV shows, their political views, or how much sourdough toast they had for breakfast. The benefits of using psychographic data in your marketing strategy can't be overlooked. Psychographics offer such a personal look into what consumers like, dislike, need, want, and love. But it's not all roses, because psychographic information is definitely the most subjective of the segmentation types, and psychographics in particular can be harder to collect and analyse. Marketers must also make sure the information is interpreted properly and for the right reasons. So let's recap our main points. Number 1. Demographic segmentation. This data is easy to collect, it's based on facts, but it doesn't tell us much about the real person. Number 2, geographic segmentation. Similar to demographic, geographic information is simple to collect and analyse, but doesn't give us insight into our users as individuals. Number 3, behavioural segmentation. It's one of the best ways to get to know your consumers as people and then personalise content based on their actions and interests. Number 4, psychographic segmentation. It lets you get to know your users better than ever. Taking into account things like someone's values, opinions, interests, and lifestyles is so important for completely personalizing experiences. So there you have it, the 4 top market segmentation types. Now these aren't mutually exclusive. Multiple segmentation types can be used together and can really complement each other, drawing actionable insights for more accurate segmentation and analysis. Overall, segmentation helps to focus marketing efforts, making sure products, services, and campaigns are so streamlined and delivered to the most appropriate audience for that brand. Each segmentation type will have its benefits and its drawbacks, so it's important to always remember to respect the privacy of your users and make sure you're transparent in your endeavours. To find out more about market segmentation, subscribe to our YouTube channel. And for even more info on optimizing your marketing strategy, head to hurree.co and check out our resources page. It's all free. Finally, we'd like to hear from you. Are you going to start using segmentation in your marketing strategy? Or maybe you'd like to share some of your own info that we might have missed. Let us know by leaving a comment right below. It's based on fact. It doesn't, but it doesn't. We need to all do it at once and then that'll give me the vibes. Sourdough toast is nice though.